Questions for Coach?
Coach, just talk about the team's defense and composure in the extra frame.
I mean, yeah, it's the first time we've been able to practice more than a day and a half since Virgin Islands. We had 12 games in 5 weeks. So we've been playing games and we've been, trying to decide, do you take a day off and then have one day to prepare? And we've been having that juggling act probably going on for the whole time we started the season. And with a deep team, that's no problem. But, we had some situations where we didn't have everybody, so it really was tough to get prepared in one day and have the energy we need. But now with our last game being 7 days ago, we was able to take a day and a half off for exams. And then we had 4 beautiful days of practice where it was very spirited, very competitive. We was able to, really try to help some of the young guys, understand the system. Jay-Z actually didn't practice. He was out almost every practice except the last one with an ankle twist. Twist his ankle in the first practice of the 4. Missed practice 2, missed practice 3, came back practice 4. Just really did all he could to help our team today, playing 36 minutes. And so, they just had a good 4 days of practice. We improved. We saw some growth in practice. We felt good about it, because of how we prepared. And then, we played the game. We tried to play to our best of our ability.
Thanks for you guys that played that first half. You guys
Yeah. Well, I mean, what changed is our goal was to play paintball, play inside out. And they're a very good defensive team. They're 11-1. They were 11-1. So, and they're very experienced. They're old. They've been with coach for 3 or 4 years. That's a good ball club. So it was hard to score. But I thought we settled for a lot of perimeter shots early in the game, in the middle of the first half, because of their defense, the way they guard you. They keep you out of the paint and they stay in the gaps. And then we just made the adjustment to focus on what we said was the number one role, was to attack the paint first. So instead of taking some of those long pull-ups, we were, giving that up and looking for the bigs rolling at the rim or skipping it opposite and letting that guy drive it. So I think just getting better quality shots in the middle of the second half helped us, change the momentum of the game. Well, we wanted to limit their attempts. We knew Couture and Padula and Basile. We knew those guys could really shoot the 3. So we wanted to limit their attempts, and we needed to try to, deny some of the handoffs, needed to try to be aggressive on some of the switches on the ball screens. So we wanted to limit their 3-point attempts. And our guys did a good job of really denying and pressuring and being active.
Coach, for such a young team, what does this do for the confidence just moving forward?
Well, I mean, I think, we're trying to build. We're trying to build. We got a lot of young guys, a lot of new guys. We haven't. I think we've had some heartaches and disappointments this year. And playing young guys 30 minutes and setbacks with the injuries. But I think what it does is just get them to continue to believe in the system that we're trying to instill. Because it's a system where we give ourselves a chance to win if we defend, rebound, and take care of the ball. And then share the ball on offense. It's pretty simple. We did that today. Yeah. Devin's supposed to be playing Power 5 tight end right now. He's a kid from Georgia. We saw him when I was at the College of Charleston. We were recruiting him, and he should be playing Power 5 football at tight end. But he just decided he loved basketball, and so he was the first guy I decided to bring with me. And he's a talented freshman. He's big. He's physical. He's long. But he's got great hands. And so anything he catch around the basket, he might not make it, but it's going to stick to his hands. And so he really delivered tonight and had a great performance.
Talked about not playing for about a week. You guys don't play for 10 days now. How are you going to keep this momentum rolling?
Well, the good thing is we get to practice. Like I said before, coming off our last game 7 days ago, we've only had a day and a half to practice since the Virgin Islands, 12 games in 5 weeks. So first of all, they need to go home. Okay, they need to go home, and I told them to have a holly jolly Christmas. Have a good time with their families, and then they'll come back, and we'll have 5 days of practice before we play. So I think those practice days will really help us continue to move forward. What's that?
Getting this win.
Well, it beats the alternative. Put it that way. I was going to enjoy my family, enjoy my sons and my wife and Christmas regardless. My birthday's on Christmas, so I was going to enjoy that regardless. But it sure does beat the alternative to have that many days before your next game with a win.
Any last questions from here? All right, questions on Zoom?
Earl, coach, can you talk about how important Mackay was tonight?
You know, Makai, he was a warrior tonight. He's been battling a hamstring, issue. So he actually has been limited in practice. He missed a couple games. We patched him up the best we could, and he really performed. He's an older guy. He's been in college for a lot of years. The plan was to get him coming downhill to his right hand, try to see can he attack their ball screen coverage. And he just did a great job of, scoring and, making decisions in the ball screens to hit his teammates for the pick and roll or the skip pass when they take away the roll. So he was very good tonight for us, and he defended as well.
Coach, what was it about Virginia Tech when you went back over their old film that kind of stuck out? And in the scout, how did it kind of lead preparation to execution in this game?
Well, I mean, Mike Young, I've been watching him since he was an assistant at Wofford. I was at Spartanburg Methodist. He was at Wofford as an assistant. When I was at Winthrop, we scrimmaged him twice on a Saturday for 4 straight years. That's back in 2003. So I know him pretty good. He's one of the best coaches in the country. And, Division III guy, so I really respect him. And he's, so I knew it was going to be a challenge, and I knew it was going to be tough. But a lot of the stuff he's running the same stuff. And he keep running around shooters. He keep big guys who can score with angles. And so I knew it was going to be a challenge. Our players just did a great job of executing the plan and limiting their three-point attempts, and making the big guy Mutz try to beat us by himself. And so that way those guys couldn't get threes, and we did a pretty good job of executing that plan.
Yeah, their 2 losses are now Boston College and College of Charleston. I don't know if that puts a feather in your cap at all.
No, not really. Pat Kelsey.
Okay.
Pat Kelsey has taken the torch. I was there for 7 years, and he's doing a great job down there now. That'll always be my school. I grew up in Charleston, so that'll always be my school. My wife went to college there, so we'll always love and pull for that program. But I didn't even think about that's the fact that we both had that win. I'm just happy we got the win, but it was a challenge, and our guys really, they showed a great sign of belief this week in executing the plan in practice, and, being engaged. And so I'm happy for them and happy for our fans.
Coach, what does this win say about, the perseverance of your team after some, rough losses, able to come together and pull this one out?
I mean, it just, it's just a long journey. I tell the guys all the time, no one win or loss is going to define us. We're trying to be our best in March. And, if we had our full team with no injuries, I still thought year 2 would be, trying to get some growth and progress. It was going to be a challenge with everybody. So if you take out 2 or 3 starters for 7 or 8 games, that's hard. So, but I think the players just really showed their character. They kept showing up every day, coming to work, never complaining, never looking for excuses. And just showed that they want to continue to try to build a program. And the day was just kind of, just their hard work, the fruit of their labor showing.
Jump back to Jimmy really quick.
You didn't have any scouting reports sharing with your people in Charleston at all for this game or not?
There was a few little hints here and there, but it's just a few little hints here and there. I mean, I really studied that film hard. I actually watched that game live when it was playing. So that was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Was Quinton Post available to play today, or was he
He
still
wasn't available. He got released to practice, so that's a good sign for him and us. He got released to practice, and really happy for him. He wanted to be out there bad. He thought he could be out there 2 weeks ago, but the goal was 6 to 8 weeks, and so yeah, he's practicing now, and we'll just take it one day at a time with him.